We've all taken wrong turns while driving.
A forgotten exit. A detour through nowhere. A strange back road that wasn't on the map.
But what if that turn led to something that shouldn't exist?
This is the story of the gas station that you can only find once. A place that dozens of people, from truckers to tourists, have claimed to visit. Just once, never able to find it again. No signage, no address, no GPS signal. Just a flicker of neon in the dark, and then gone. The first sighting, 1984, Arizona desert. The earliest known report came from long-haul trucker Martin Dale. In June 1984, while hauling freight through a remote stretch of the Arizona desert, Martin's rig was running low on fuel. The next marked station was over 60 miles away, and his gauge was on empty. Then, as if out of nowhere, a small gas station appeared along the roadside. It looked dated. Old pumps, faded signage that simply read, "Last stop." No other vehicles, no attendants. He filled his tank, left a few bills on the counter inside the dusty shop, and drove on. Later, wanting to recommend the spot to fellow drivers, he tried to retrace his route. Nothing. No station, no ruins, not even a foundation. Locals told him there had never been a gas station on that stretch. Martin swore on his logbook and still had the receipt. It simply read, "Thank you. Drive safely." Patterns in the sightings. Over the years, more people began posting about similar experiences. A woman driving through Utah claimed she stopped at a station with no signage but offered maple-flavored soda, which doesn't exist in stores. A couple in Oregon found one late at night during a storm. The attendant never spoke, just nodded, and their receipt vanished after sunrise. A teenager in 1999 stopped at one to ask for directions. The attendant reportedly said, "You'll be back when it's time." The teen never found it again. The common traits in each story. No GPS coordinates or cell signal while visiting. Always during isolation, storms, late nights, breakdowns. The gas station never appears again on the same route. The rules of last stop. By the late 2000s, internet threads began referring to it as last stop, a station that exists between places. Some users began compiling a list of strange rules based on the stories. 1. You can't find it on purpose. Trying to locate it always fails. 2. You only see it when you truly need it. Out of gas, lost, running from something. 3. The more questions you ask the attendant, the less human they seem. 4. Never try to turn back after you leave. Those who tried either crash, get lost for days, or end up in a completely different state. 5. Don't stay past sunrise. Some theorize it's a kind of dimensional checkpoint, a glitch in space, helping travelers who stray too far from normal. The missing cameraman. In 2013, a documentary crew working on a film about American ghost towns set out to investigate the last stop legends. They split into teams to cover desolate routes in Nevada. One cameraman, Liam Reyes, vanished for 48 hours after his van broke down during a sandstorm. When he returned, disoriented and sunburned, he had no memory of where he'd been. But his camera? Still rolling. The footage was unstable, but at one point, it clearly shows an old gas station, glowing in the dusk. As Liam approaches, the lights flicker, and a figure steps out, behind the glass door, not visible in reflections. The audio picks up the sound of gas pumping, then whispering. Then, Static. The film was never released. Liam refuses interviews to this day. Google Maps and the invisible building. In 2017, a Redditor claimed they'd marked the coordinates of the station using a drone GPS ping. When checked on Google Maps, the spot shows nothing. But when switching to satellite view from an older version of the map, circa 2003, a small rectangular shadow appears in the exact location, too clean to be a natural formation. A few users claimed to drive there and reported losing time. One user said they drove past the same rock formation 3 times before realizing the road had looped without turning. They never found the station, but reported a faint smell of gasoline in the air. Theories. What is Last Stop? There are many theories, none proven. 1. Temporal anomaly. A time-slip location existing on the edge of space-time. 2. Quantum fluctuation. A borrowed location from another universe bleeding into ours. 3. Psychological mirage. The human mind creating a shared hallucination during periods of exhaustion or stress. 4. Spiritual way station. A place for lost souls or those between choices, a point of redirection. Some believe the gas station is a kind of cosmic failsafe, showing up for those on the edge, of running out, of losing hope, of giving up. And others think it's not helping, it's taking note. The driver who returned. Only one verified case exists of someone who claims to have found the station twice. A man named Darren Sykes, a retired military cartographer, said he encountered Last Stop once in 1996 and again in 2020. The first time he was 24, car trouble in Colorado, got gas from a silent, smiling attendant, thought it was odd but unremarkable. In 2020, during a solo road trip, he took a wrong exit near New Mexico. Night fell, he was alone on the road, and suddenly, there it was again. Same pumps, same door chime, but this time the attendant looked like him, only younger. When Darren asked if he'd been there before, the attendant replied, "We've all been here, just never at the same time." He blacked out shortly after, woke up parked along the highway, full tank, no receipt. But his phone, which had died, had one new photo, a blurry, half-lit picture of the gas station with no one inside. So, what is the gas station you can only find once? A forgotten roadside oddity? A collective delusion? Or a gateway we're not supposed to see? We may never know, but if you're ever driving a long, empty road with low gas, no signal, and a creeping feeling that you're somewhere just a little off, and you see it, glowing faintly in the distance, pull in, refuel, but don't ask questions, and whatever you do, don't look back after you leave.